The fall cleanup has begun. It's amazing what you can do when you don't have filthy little bloodsuckers trying to get your blood. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't able to garden all that much, because every time I would come outside I would just get eaten alive by mosquitoes. So today I was able to transplant two mums that I had somewhere that was really hidden, so I was able to transplant. And I also was able to plant this mum right here. I'm not really sure if it'll come back next year, but I decided to plant it anyway to see what happens. And I also did a lot of transplanting of irises, just because, and I'll show you in a little bit. I had a whole bunch of irises in that bed that I was in before, and I transplanted them over here just because I wanted to make room for some things that I got on clearance at Lowe's. So I planted a whole bunch of irises right here. I also planted this one right here, which is a catch fly. I planted a whole bunch of daylilies right here along right here, and I also planted some little things right there. Not really sure if they'll survive, but we'll see what happens. Most definitely the impatient will survive, but there's other things in there that are perennials that might survive, so we'll see. And then I also planted these little gomphrenias with the hope that they will survive the winter, just because these are part of the cool flowers, and sometimes they'll just stay dormant and just do a lot of root development, and then in the spring they'll spring up in the spring, and in the spring they will start growing again, and maybe I'll get some blooms out of them. I don't know, we'll see what happens. I just planted it just in case. And then over here I'm going to pan it right here, and this is where all the irises were at, and so it was just like completely covered right here. And then I also had a few daylilies right here, and so what I did was I put three penstemons. There's one right there, one right there, and one right there. And I also had some ground cover of like a sedum stone crop, and then these daylilies were like everywhere, so I just put them together. And then I also had this mum right here that where it's like a multicolored mum, and I planted them all in here to see. I don't, like I said with the other one, I don't really know if there's enough time for them to re-root, and I don't know if they'll come back, but we'll see. You know, I thought I'd give it a try. And I also planted this butterfly bush. This one I got off clearance from Lowe's. This one is called a Pugster Blue. We'll see what happens there. And so this bed, I also planted a rose called Tropicana. And then I pan over here, just watered this. My little crab apple's looking really cute right now. And then I also came over here and cleaned out a little bit of this bed. And in this bed I have like this perennial mum and this hollyhock that died away back down. And then as I was cleaning it, I noticed that it bloomed for a second time, which I never can get a hollyhock to bloom. And I have right here, this one is a snowball viburnum, and then I just have a whole bunch of little annuals that I planted in here. And then I also had like a bucket of fall perennial plants that have already bloomed out, and I just planted them right there. There's like this one right here is in purple aster, and this one is Echinacea, which is a cross between a coneflower and a rudbeckia. There's a sedum right here, and there's a carex right here. And then this mum is one that gets really tall that one of my coworkers gave me. When he gave it to me, it was on death's door, but I decided to plant it just because if you look right there, there's some new growth. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll come back. But yeah, just wanted to give you, oh, I almost forgot. I wanted to show you This is what I wanted to show you. My Lisianthus finally bloomed, even though they were in the ground very early in the season. It was a really mild summer for us, and not only that, but we had a lot of rain, and so a lot of the things that I put in the ground didn't get much big, or it didn't bloom until right now. But look how pretty she is. Definitely worth the wait. And like I said, you know, I didn't really have any I didn't really have a chance to really garden, just because of the way it was just really wet. And like I said before, within minutes of me coming outside, I would just get attacked by mosquitoes, and it just made gardening unbearable. So I just didn't have any kind of motivation to even garden outside. So I just wanted to show you that. And I have a few more over here. It's so messy, just disregard, because I'm in the process, like I said, of doing my fall cleanup. But this one's about to bloom right now, so you see there's a whole bunch of little blooms, and like I said, they were really late to bloom this year. So that's the way it is. But you know what, they were definitely worth the wait. I want to show you one more, and then I'll say goodbye to you guys. And look at this one. Is called supposed to be like a light purple with like purple margin, but like I said, this summer was really mild. We didn't really get the temperatures that we should have gotten, and it was also a very wet season. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little update on my Lisianthus, and hopefully next year will be a better season. Hope you all have a beautiful Sunday, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.